Hello, everybody. It's about that time. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Some of you might recognize this can. We did this beer a little over a year ago. Brandon sent me one, and they weren't dating and the stuff then, and they are now. He contacted me and he says, would you be interested in re-reviewing this? And I said, does it have a date on it? And he said, yes. I said, absolutely. So I was very impressed with it last time that he sent it to me. The only fuss I had then, that it didn't have a date on it, didn't know how fresh it was. So now they have stepped up to the plate and are doing that. So let's see if it impresses me a little bit more. This one has a date on the bottom, or on the side of the bottom here, and the rim says 05/25/17. So today is the 22nd of July, so it's almost 2 months old. So still should have quite a nice tasty hop aroma and flavor to it at 2 months old. So Brandon C., thanks a bunch, my brother. I do appreciate you sending another one now that they're dating it, so we can see what the 2017 version of it. So this is a re-review of this same beer that we did last year. Now we have a date though, that's a good thing. This is a 9.1% ABV. Says here on the can 100 IBUs. So we got the IBUs, we got the ABV, and we got the canned on date. We got all three things that we need. So two big thumbs up to the guys there at Coop Ale Works there, and then they're in Texas, I'm sure. No, they're in Oklahoma. So evidently they are distributing into Texas. I cannot get them here. And I mentioned last time I did it, I would buy this beer if they would date it. So now that they are, it's got all the three bits of information that we need. If I could get it here, more than likely I would buy it. So let's see what the 2017 edition brings. Let's see if it's just as, if I think it's just as tasty as it was then. That was before we were into the New England style juice bombs and everything. So might get a better grade, it might not. Let's find out. We're about to find out anyway. Commercial description here says, this double IPA is infused with a fierce American hop profile and a delicate bee-crafted orange blossom honey from Northern California. A sting of dankness, floral notes, and many compelling nuance to make this spring seasonal delicious. It's no time to buzz off. So, that's everything we need to talk about, so let's pop a top on this bad boy and see if I'm just as impressed as I was with it last year. Cuisine is barbecue. The cheeses are pepper, Monterey pepper jack, sharp blue cheddar, your pungent cheeses, gorgonzola, limburger, and the meat is game, grilled meat, and salmon. Glassware snifter, tulip oversized wine glass. I got my favorite snifter today, guys. And it says here can be cellared according to Beer App because it's a whopping 9%. But don't cellar your IPAs, guys. That's the whole reason I fuss about these date codes. Now we're trying to get some of these guys to dating, and a lot of them are now. That's the whole reason for that. You want to drink them as fresh as possible. About a finger of head on that. Nice. And it looks like an unfiltered beer. It's no juice bomb by any means. I can see some light through the thin part of the glass down here. Still kind of cloudy. But it does have a nice tangerine amber color. Let's get a nose on this. I mean, it's definitely no juice bomb by any means. It's not super heavy on the hops. I am getting some sweetness from the honey probably. Of course, the yeast eats a lot of that up. That is a fermentable sugar. It's not off the chain in the hop aroma. I'm a little disappointed in that. I am getting a little bit of crackery malt. It is a little malty. Well, let's see what we got. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Brandon. It's nice and tasty. It's definitely not a West Coast style beer, guys. I'll have to state straight up that it's not. To me, it's got more of a floral, herbal hop aroma and taste than it is any kind of West Coast up in your face, piney, grapefruit, pineapple. To me, it's more of an East Coast style. That's where it's landing to me. Decent beer right now. It doesn't say West Coast style or New England style or any of that. This is probably where they were going with this beer. They didn't want the hop aroma or a taste to be overwhelming everything else. So this is the direction they were probably going for. And I'm not going to cut the grade because of that, because it does not say New England style or West Coast style. It doesn't say East Coast style either, but it's not a super piney, grapefruity, pineapple taste that the West Coast style used to have, and the New England style has too. Well, let me step on this right out of the fridge. I don't want to pass judgment on it because it's cold right out of the fridge, so let her taste it, and I'll sip on it for a tad, and we'll come back and see if I think it's more impressive than I did last year. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. For 100 IBU beer, it's hidden very well. I will say that. It's a well-made beer. It's not the West Coast style, like I'm saying, or New England style juice bomb or anything like that. It's more of an not English, but an East Coast style. More of a floral, herbal, hop presence. I am getting hints of the malt that they use, a little crackery malt. It's a decent beer. If it wasn't for the fact that my palate has been ruined over the massive amounts of juice bombs that are being produced all over the country now in the New England style, this frankly doesn't hold a candle to those. But this is probably the direction they were going in, so I'm not going to fault them for that. But it doesn't have enough hop aroma or hop taste profile, and it is a very well balanced. If you don't like that big up in your face hop profile, you would probably really like this. If you don't like massive amounts of IBUs, this is fairly well hidden for the amount of IBUs that they're saying is in this beer. To me, it tastes like it's in the 70 to 80 range instead of 100. Final chug. Guys, I still cannot give this beer a 10. I'm about to the same stage that I was last time I did this last year. It's a 9 out of 10. That's where I'm going to put it. 98 is where I would put this beer, since it has all the information we want on the beer. Just be aware, it's not a West Coast style or a juice bomb or a New England style or anything like that. It's more of an East Coast style. The hops are relatively subdued. So you may even consider it an English style IPA. I don't know what hops they've used on this. It says they use a fierce American hop profile. I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that out. And the beer's not quite 2 months old, so I don't think it's faded that much in that length of time. So decent beer. Since it does have all 3 bits of information, I would probably buy this beer, but I like a little bigger, stronger hop profile in my double IPAs. So that's just my opinion, though. Let's run over to Beer Advocate, and they say it is 92, outstanding, so it's in their A category. And over to Untappd, they say it's a 4, which is in their A category. So it's an A beer for sure, guys. Very well made. Using the honey in that, which is a fermentable sugar, So the yeast is going to eat most of that up, but it still does have a nice sweetness to it. I enjoyed it. So Brandon, thanks a bunch for sending this and letting us redo it. But I still can't give this beer a 10. But it is a 9. And if you say, oh my God, it's a 10, I wouldn't argue with that. You might like this style where the hops are not so much up in your face and stuff. So that's where I'm putting it, guys. If you've had this one, the Alpha Hive, now that they're putting the date on it, let me know what you think. And until we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.